Hi girls, happy Tuesday. I almost forgot it was Tuesday, which is why I'm recording this at the very last minute. And I think this week we're going to be talking about our first jobs. And like most typical teenage girls, especially in suburbia, my first job was being a babysitter. I used to watch the family down the street has 3 kids, and I used to watch them, and now they're old, and it makes me upset. Like, the youngest one just turned 16, and when I would watch them, I think he was like 2 or 3 years old, so that makes me feel sad. And then I also watched my neighbor. That was more, it wasn't babysitting per se, it was kind of like a buddy system because she's the one who had cystic fibrosis, and she also has diabetes. And so when she was only 12 and 11, her family didn't want to leave her completely by herself. Even though most people you would leave your 12 or 13-year-olds, you didn't want to leave her because in case something happened. So that was actually interesting because I had to learn all about like diabetes. Well, I knew what it was, but I had to learn about the high sugar and low sugar and how much insulin. I mean, I don't remember it anymore, but just knowing what to do in case of those situations. But that was fun because basically we just got to hang out. So it wasn't really a job. And then my first real job, if you don't want to, I mean, that is a job. I did get paid. But my first real paycheck job was I worked for a publishing company, which sounds more glamorous than it was. It was a very small subsidiary of, what's that company called? J. Wiley or whatever, that they do the textbooks. And we took in Japanese manuscripts for engineering articles, and then we would send them out to get translated, and then we would proofread the translations and insert the images. Like we'd have to, when my first job there was scanning the images out of the Japanese manuscript and then placing them in the English one because they were they didn't have words, or at least the ones that didn't have words, that's the ones I would do. And then eventually I made my way up. I did a lot of data entry and a little bit of editing, but not really. And so that was my first like real for real job. And I actually have only had one more job since then, like the one I'm in now. Like I had that job at the publishing company for like 10 years. I started when I was 16, and then when it finally stopped, like um, they sold her part of the company to a different group. I don't know what they did. They made it more automated or something. So that was like 10 years. So yeah, those are my first jobs, and it'll be interesting to hear what your first jobs were because I don't think I know. So I will see all your faces for the rest of this week, and I will be back next Tuesday. Bye, girls.